What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Penn State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways.
Just keeps moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but rode your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Firing to the right, complete. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. And the Scarlet Knights headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Hall. Fakes to grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. On the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Punt is on its way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions.
Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw, it's Hull. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's James. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1.
Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They've been running it, but now the pass. It's complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Wants to throw. It's Hall. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Dances away. Fires on the move. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion.
Damn it, yo.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw, it's Hall. Pucks it out of the air. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Scarlet Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. This time it's complete. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive?
Gashing the D on the right. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To the air, it's Hall. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Power football with the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on second down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half.
Dana, you done?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Mark? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Buys a little time with his feet.
Oh, shit.
The sure hands. It's Martin. He did not make it a stone.
The fuck you stop running for?
The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Pulled and fired complete. At the 35, he's got room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, it's Hall. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got the first down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That's reeled in. It's Davis. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Running to the left. breaks into the open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football.
No, let me
How
call
about the
you
running
right
back?
back,
You
Scotty.
could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. First and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking for just one more yard. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gives it on the option. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Scarlet Knights want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Hall. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll take it himself. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Scarlet Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger and put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Pulls it in. It's Denmark. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 7 over Boston College. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Hall. Going over the top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Normally, I would say fourth and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's what we're in.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
They'll move the tight end. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
Oh!
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They're going to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Now the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That would have put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
Tina, your mama's outside.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return
All right, get your stuff together.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying...
There he goes! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
To stop the clock. On the play. Second down coming up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Hall. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
He's marked down at the 22. That's a first down for the offense.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Penn State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Right back to the well. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.